Hi everybody, I'm Michael. This is a review for a graphic novel. I thought it was hilarious. It is really good. It is for kids, but it's got the kind of silly, kind of dumb, kind of gross out humor at times. I thought it was really fun. It's appropriate that we have a quote from the Captain Underpants creator on the cover, because that's very much the sort of humor this book has. That sort of like humor. Like we've got a sorry about that. Didn't mean to drop a book on me. Like we've got a character picking their nose on the cover. That sort of humor. I like when he's trying to train everybody to be a super dark and mysterious person like Batman. Two good jokes in that section where he's like, you've got to do an angry face. Urgh. And the teenage babysitter's like, hey, guess what? I'm a teenager. I'm really good at making angry faces. I've had a lot of practice. And then the dog, he doesn't even realize it's a dog. The dog starts drinking out of the toilet, and he's like, whoa, that's maybe a bit too dark and mysterious. All right, so this book just has a bunch of jokes like that. I mean, the overall joke is that Ernest is trying to be so dark and serious, but really it's just a scared little kid. Like, he gets scared of standing on his dresser when he's pretending to be like Batman and doing a super cool pose on the tall building, and he gets scared and starts screaming and has to be taken off the dresser, gently placed down by his babysitter. It's funny. This book is great. So I really liked it. Did I say the title out loud? Fann Club, Batman Squad, the Justiest Justice of All. Oh, it's great. The illustrations were great too. It's done by Jim Benton, who did the Franny K. Stein series, and so lots of fun pictures in this. There are a few places where it felt like he was just making sketches, and some of them were so funny he worked them into the story. It's like, oh, that was a great pose, let's put that in the book. That's good. So the overall story is that Ernest, he wants to start a Batman fan club, dresses up like Batman, gets all his friends to do it, only he's not very smart. He doesn't realize it's his friends, so he doesn't realize that's his best friend. He doesn't realize that's actually his dog, and he doesn't realize that it's his babysitter. And there are a couple of jokes along the lines like where he refuses to talk to the babysitter because it's superhero stuff. I can only talk to the superhero. And then the same way when she's a superhero, he's like, oh, no, it's my babysitter. I want to focus on my babysitter now, because he doesn't realize that they're the same person. That's funny. There's a little bit of heart. Like, the babysitter kind of learns a lesson about, maybe he's just kind of mean and ignoring this kid, even though he's very silly. I mostly liked it for the silliness. I do think the book did a good job towards the end, bringing everything all together, because everything's been jokes, and it surprisingly managed to bring all these things together, all these various plot threads together for a satisfying ending and an explanation of all the events of the book. I thought that was good. And then afterwards, there's a little epilogue about the best way to be a superhero. And let me see, I can show you, like, here's a good superhero pose. These are not good superhero poses. And then saying it's like, well, you don't want to fight people all the time. Batman doesn't always fight villains. This leads to the joke. It's like, well, are you going to fight everybody? If you do, that means you have to fight your granny. And then Granny's like, come on, I'm going to fight you. Granny is more than ready to start fighting. That was good. And just overall, that was very funny. Can't really think of anything much else to say. It was very good. A good book for little kids. I liked it. My kid liked it. Just a funny book about this kid who's trying to be Batman. Just a great graphic novel, well illustrated, all sorts of jokes everywhere. Just takes the whole Batman thing super seriously. And very silly too. So I definitely recommend this book. I would give this book a thumbs up. Fann Club, Batman Squad. I hope there's a sequel, because it was that fun. I was like, I would like to see more books along the lines of this one. I thought it was great. Okay, so that's my review. Thank you very much for watching, everybody.